I wanted to challenge myself today to do a 5-course Christmas meal that doesn't take a lot of time, that isn't too expensive, and that uses up a lot of ingredients that I already have at home because snow really makes you not want to go outside. I'm trying to reframe my mindset around Christmas a little bit this year. Now, I love Christmas and I do like to do something a little bit special, but I don't want to go all out and spend a ton of money, and I thought maybe some of you might be in a similar situation. So I'm going to try and get this done in just a couple of hours, including marinating, cooking, and waiting for things to set. It is about 12:45 now, so let's get started. Actually, before we even start, the first thing I need to do is get on an apron and set the mood. We're gonna listen to some Christmas guitar music on YouTube. Now, since I did do a little prep work just a couple days ago, I do have some things already washed and chopped and ready to use. Looking through my pantry, fridge, and freezer last night, here's what I came up with for our little 5-course menu. For an appetizer, we are going to make a vegan cheese ball. For the soup course, we're just gonna keep it super simple with a squash soup. And then for the salad, we are going to do the only salad option that I have, which is a kale salad. For the main course, I'm going to do a baked tofu. I thought that would be pretty simple. We do need to marinate it and cook it, which will take about 2 hours in and of itself. But I think we can do it. And then for dessert, super simple, we're just going to do a chocolate orange pudding. Now, in order to make this the most efficient cooking day possible, I did just list out the order of operations for me to complete all of these steps in. I find that mapping out my plan like that just helps me stay organized. So just keep that in mind. If you have a lot of things to do in one day, write out your order of operations first. So I've got my cashews right here. We're just going to let them sit in some boiling water for about 15 minutes, and then that'll just make them easier to blend. Now here's my secret ingredient for this chocolate pudding. I have made it the original way a few times and it is really good, but if you want to take it to the next level and make it a little bit richer and more decadent, add in a couple of vegan chocolate chips, or you can also use a couple squares of vegan dark chocolate, and it just brings a new richness and creaminess to it. I'm just popping this into the freezer first and then we'll move it to the fridge later. Okay, according to our order of operations, we have more than half of the things done so far, and it's only been an hour, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. The next step is going to be to bake the tofu. I do need to quickly prep my potatoes, but the tofu and the veggies will need to roast for about an hour, so let's do this next. Keep an eye out for any blemishes like this and just remove them with your veggie peeler. I was going to roast these in here, but they're looking a little crowded. I haven't even put in the carrots yet. So we're just gonna improvise and put it all on a baking sheet. You gotta stay flexible while you're cooking. Sometimes things don't work out the way you thought they were going to. But this isn't even a big deal. We'll just spread them out on the baking sheet. Okay, the tofu is in the oven, the roasted veggies are in the oven. Now we are going to start on the soup, which should actually be really fast because I already have the squash cooked. So all we really need to do for the soup is to saute the garlic and onion, and then I will add in the cooked squash, also some red lentils for a little extra protein, and after about 10 minutes, that soup should be ready. To add creaminess to this soup, you can use coconut milk or even something like soy milk or your regular plant milk if that's all you've got. Okay, time check, it has been just over 2 hours and we're doing pretty good. The tofu has 18 minutes left to bake. I need to get this salad done and the stovetop glaze done within that 18 minutes, and then we'll assemble everything. We're almost there. The glaze recipe for this tofu does call for vegan butter. You could probably use veggie broth in place of it, but I did just want to try the original way first and see how I like it. And now I know why the recipe says to mince the garlic. Oh dear, I'll just push some of these off to the side. Okay, we have made it in just about 2.5 hours. You also have to take into consideration that I'm moving the camera around, which you wouldn't need to be doing. So I think that you could probably get this done in even less time than I did. But more importantly, look at what we made using up only things from the pantry, fridge, and freezer, and a pretty inexpensive 5-course meal as well. Not to mention, some of the things made very large quantities. Like, I'm sure that I'll have leftovers of the soup and the cheese ball. So thank you guys for spending the day with me in the kitchen. If you are looking for any other holiday inspired recipes, I'll leave those right here. Now I'm going to go enjoy this feast. Thank you guys so much for watching. And with that, let's eat plants, and I'll see you guys next time.